नरेंद्र मोदी खाला ग्रामीण उदरगतीचे प्रगतीचेर आणि प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना ग्रामीण, प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम सडक योजना आणि स्वामित्व योजना यासारख्या मुख्य योजनांचेर भर दिवन संसदेत ग्रामीण उदरगती मंत्रालयाच्या कार्यपद्धतीचेर चर्चेत सदानंद शेठ तनावाडे हांणी वांटो घेतलो.
Development and social justice has been widely acknowledged. Under the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, the nation has witnessed a decisive shift from welfare-based policies to growth-oriented, people-centric development, with rural India at the very core of its transformation vision of Viksit Bharat 2047. The government focus on infrastructure, empowerment and opportunity has created a strong foundation for long-term prosperity across villages and towns. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has ensured that rural India remains at the very center of the union budget and the national development agenda. Under his leadership, allocation for rural development have more than doubled over the last decade, rising from about 87,765 crore in 2016-17 to 2.73 lakh crore in 2026-27, standing clear message that villages are no longer afterthoughts but the true engines of India's growth story. This massive increase in funding reflects the government's firm commitment to reducing poverty, strengthening infrastructure and building long-term prosperity in rural areas. Whatever facilities available in cities, better than that facilities made available in rural villages. One of the most visible changes in our villages is transformation under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin. In 2026-27, PMAYG has been allocated 54,917 crore compared to about 15,000 crore in 16-17, a rise of over 260% over the last 11 years. More than 3.7 crore rural homes have been built, giving millions of families not just a roof over their heads, but also dignity, security, and access to basic amenities like electricity and sanitation. This is not just a housing scheme, it is a promise of better life of India's poor. Speaker Sir, to move beyond short-term wage employment, the Modi government has introduced Viksit Bharat Ji Ramji, a flagship rural employment and livelihood mission for 2026-27. A central allocation for this scheme is 95,692 crore, with a total outlay including state contribution surpassing rupees 1.51 lakh crore. This scheme assured 125 days employment. Schemes linked rural work to local demand, skill training and productive assets, ensuring that every rupee spent creates lasting infrastructure, meaningful employment and sustainable income in our villages. Under PM Modi, rural work is no longer about survival, but about building prosperity. Connectivity is the backbone of rural development, and the government has ensured that even the remote villages are linked to markets, schools and hospitals through the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. The budget allocation of Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana has increased from 12,581 crore in 2016-17 to rupees 19,000 crore in 2026-27, and over 1.02 lakh kilometer of rural roads and nearly 1,734 bridges have already been completed. This vast network has ended isolation for millions, enabled farmers to get better prices, helped children to reach schools, and allowed women to access healthcare and reach markets safely. Land rights are crucial for rural prosperity, and Swamitva scheme has revolutionized property records in village through drone-based mapping. By December 2025, about 3.28 lakh villages had been covered and 2.76 crore property cards has issued, helping families resolve decades-old disputes and use their land as collateral. This has unlocked formal credit, encouraged investment in agriculture and small enterprises, and given rural households the confidence to build a better future, all under the Modi government's vision of transparent, technical-driven governance. Women are the heart of the rural transformation in India. Today, around 10.05 crore women have been mobilized into 90 lakh self-help groups, which act as local banks and entrepreneurs platforms. These self-help groups provide savings, credit and livelihood support, enabling poor households to escape debt traps and invest in education, health and small businesses. Through the Panchasutra Dashasutra framework, women are leading in improvement in health, education, nutrition and local governance, proving that when women are empowered, entire villages are uplifted. This is the vision of Prime Minister Modi ji. Digital inclusion has removed the stronghold of middlemen in rural India. Schemes like Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, Prime Minister Jan Dhan Yojana, Aadhaar link, direct benefit transfers and mobile banking have ensured that subsidies for food, fuel, housing and employment reach the intended beneficiaries' account directly in village. This has reduced leakages, increased transparency and enabled millions of rural households to participate in the formal financial system. Prime Minister Modi ji has brought the power of digital technology to the doorstep of every farmer, every labourer and every Anganwadi worker. Speaker sir, Budget 2026-27 marks a clear shift from welfare-driven schemes to an enterprise-centric, infrastructure-led rural development model. The focus is now on market-linked livelihoods, skill development, entrepreneurship, and youth opportunities, especially for women and scheduled castes and tribes. Speaker sir, more villages in India are connected to high-speed internet than ever before. Yet the real digital revolution is happening in the field and lanes of our villages where a farmer checks mandi prices on his phone. Women entrepreneurs send products across states from her home, and a young person in a remote block prepares for digital job while still rotate his soil. Under the PM Modi ji, rural India is no longer just receiving development. It is leading the transformation one village at a time. Speaker sir, a nation that respects its farmers secures its future under the PM Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme. Our government continues to strengthen farmers' income with direct cash benefit support. Over 4 lakh crore has been directly transferred to farmers' bank accounts. To support agricultural investment and livelihood, this financial support is particularly crucial for small and marginal farmers, enabling them to adopt better inputs, technology and risk mitigation tools. Speaker sir, in 2014, our villages were without electricity, half the day receiving only 12.5 hours of power. Today, rural India enjoys 22.6 hours of electricity, nearly doubling availability and transforming schools and businesses and lives. Under the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, our villages are not just witnessing change, they are leading the nation's transformation. With this, I support the discussion on the working of the Ministry of Rural Development. Thank you, sir.